Hey friends, it's Renee Bradshaw. So I'm going to be doing a right path reading, one on a career path, and I'm very excited to do it. I love doing career readings, they're a lot of fun. Um, well, for me, I feel like they're a lot of fun. Maybe for the person getting the reading, it's more like a little bit stressful. Wondering what I'm going to say, what the guides are going to come up with, and what their path is going to be. But I always find this very interesting to see what comes up as time goes on. So, just to do a little background, I'm not going to give out any um, personal details, but the work is good. It's a good job, but she's not very happy. Is she in the path, on the right path, staying with this company? Or would it be better to look elsewhere or to change the path a little bit? And as far as what her career is, she's been recently promoted and is the manager of a medical field. So at a clinic or hospital. Sounds like a very important job. I already feel like this can maybe be emotionally kind of draining, even as a manager and not maybe directly for staff, having to administer medicine and physically take care of patients. I can feel where this particular kind of job in this clinic might get emotionally draining on you. I feel like the hours are probably long, the work is hard. I'm assuming you're on salary, and maybe sometimes they take advantage of you because of that. We're going to get into the reading now, though, with the cards, and we'll see what else comes up here. So, first of all, where you are now, and that's the Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, we've got a little bit of reversals here. So, here with this Three of Wands reversed, I get a sense of kind of waiting for it to get better, and it's never going to. I feel like while overall, you were promised a lot of different things when you took this new position as part of your promotion, I feel that they've come forth and given you a lot of the things they said they were going to. Excuse me. However, I feel like there are some key components that did not end up coming out in the deal. Some things that you were promised that did not come forth. And I feel like they were verbal promises rather than contract. And with this being delay, I'm getting a sense of there was something where they said, this isn't going to happen right away, but it's going to happen, for you in the next few months or over the next year or two. We're going to implement this change, and it's going to make all of this a lot better. Well, since you've taken the job, that change has not only not been implemented, but has kind of gone the way of the dodo bird. It's just no one knows where it is anymore. The change is completely off the books, and bringing it up, it's, oh, yes, we're going to get to it, but they're not. It's a lot of waiting energy for you right now. The next card is and I have my spread here that I like for this reading, where you are going, and the reversed Three of Pentacles. So it's interesting, the three energy you're getting here right off the bat. Oh yeah, there's a little bit more three energy, and I'm gonna have to look up that three here in a second. What many threes are talking about. So with the Three of Pentacles being reversed like this, it's very much about teamwork not happening, kind of being forced to take on more responsibilities that other people should be doing. I see making up for other people's missing hours, or late nights maybe with paperwork, filling it out for other people, helping them. There's just not enough staff. There's not enough to do what all the responsibilities are. And I feel this job can get to like a loss of creativity. some of this work can get kind of stagnant, can feel rather repetitive. And even though this is something where you're dealing with different people, different energies, different situations, I do feel there's not a lot of room for you to implement big changes, or to you'll see something that you know can kind of work better in a different way, and you'll get brushed aside or ignored, or you just don't have the, even though you're more of in a manager position, you don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? Not responsibility, the permission, I guess, to implement more changes, the changes that you see. The ones that you do see that they listen to you, it's very slow to change. And I feel like that's probably where some of your energy is being emotionally drained. I do want to look at this the number 3 real quick here. I just have my numerology book here. Initial achievement, delays. So upright, it would be delays with future progress, but with these being reversed, and even the next one, with a little bit of 3 energy, is reversed. They're delays without completion. So I don't feel the guides are showing you right now that this path is going to get easier. It's very much, it's going to kind of stay stagnant, staying in the same way. And I can also tell that because, so the next card is the reverse death card. Not death, nobody's gonna die. So I just want to get that out of the way. The number is 13, so again, there's that 3. Upright death card is about changes, things we don't necessarily want to do but have to get done. And then we have a release, and things are better. With the death card being reversed, it's very stagnant. So think of it like a flower at the end of the season, wilting, dying, its seeds falling on the ground, being dormant and dead over the winter, and then regrowing again the next spring. Well, here we see a flower, it dies, it falls in the concrete, nothing comes out of it. So pretty much everything is going to remain the same. I feel like at work, there's obstructions in the path. The obstructions are, I feel like there's leadership who are not interested in changing the way things have gone. I know it's a medical center of sorts, but I keep seeing a lot of paperwork. So I don't know if there's issues with you're wanting to change. You see a more efficient way, I think, of running something, and they're just not listening to you. Or they're like, well, this is the way it's done. This is the way it's going to be done because we've always done it this way. I feel it's very stagnant here. It's not really going to change. The final outcome, if you stay at this employment, stay on this path, and we've got the 10 of Swords. So here, we have traditionally a lot of backstabbing. Backstabbing and turning away from something. Promises not being made. So I feel here, if you stay on this path, I really feel like you're going to be here kind of stagnant if you decide not to change. For the guides are showing me 6 to 7 years. You could really, I feel like with this reading, your eyes are going to open, things could change. But if you hadn't been already starting to access this knowledge and be curious and start to see things, wanting to see how things are going to progress here, this would be you. 6 or 7 years in the same position, the same job. I see maybe little promotions, little changes, but nothing major. And then finally, you kind of just give up, you quit. As not giving up in a bad way, but you're stuck in this position. They're not doing what they promised, and they're falling behind or trying to renegotiate over the next 2 years on many things that were promised to you, many future promises to you. Oh, just help us do it this way because next month or next quarter we're going to be changing it to this, and then the next month or the next quarter comes and the change doesn't happen. It's going to be a repetitive cycle over and over again. Well, here we have here we have me throwing a card. Hold on. So we have that phoenix being reborn from the flames, being reborn from the ashes. I feel the guides are telling me financially this job's going to do well for you in the long run. But I do feel that balance you're looking for between home life and work life, kind of getting some of yourself back, really rounding out your life, it's not going to happen in this job, and you're going to be kind of stuck here until you finally are able to make a change and step away. Now, if you are as I'm feeling, and as I know because you did message me and ask, about this job and confess that you're not totally happy. So with your actual verbalization and what the spirit guides are telling me is there's a different path out there for you. There's happiness somewhere else. Now, right now, while I'm shuffling the cards, I'm seeing a certificate. I don't know if there's a certificate that you have considered taking a course on, going back to school for. The guides do not show me like an abrupt change. They don't show me going back on the path and then choosing another. They do show me more of a fork in the road. So I feel the certificate that they're showing me has something to do with possibly what you do now or branching off in a different direction. But it's not like, you're a manager now and they're saying go be a rock star. It's something that you're going to definitely be able to use this skill set that you've learned, this path that you've been on to perfect and work on. So, going back to school. The King of Swords. Yep, right there. Boom. That makes me feel really good about this certificate they were showing me. This King of Swords is a very successful energy. It smart, analytical, intelligent. I feel like going back and getting this certificate, like if that's where you decide to go, that would definitely take you down the path of financially more abundant and mentally happier, home life being more relaxed. Like definitely getting a lot of that balance and a lot of that that connection to like a whole life together. Rounding out balance. Did I say balance already? I don't know. The Queen of Pentacles here. That's, more of this, taking this intelligence and getting a completely abundant, well-rounded life. This queen is filled, she has money, she has happiness, she has joy, she has family, relaxation. So that's you. That's, if you decide to go back to school, this will be where you'll be heading, to that more well-rounded life. And back to school, again, it's a certificate I see, so I'd be curious if there isn't already one that you've been thinking about or considering. I would definitely, if this sounds right to you, I would go and possibly do some research on what kind of certificates are available, things that you could go, take a few courses on online or at home, or in a classroom setting, and get this certificate and kind of move forward in your life. Yeah. And then we have obstructions in the path. the Knave of Wands. So it's and it was reversed. So it's a lot of fear of starting over again. The company you're with, they've been there for you. Some things might not be going as smoothly as you want, but inside you feel loyalty. You feel fear of leaving them and what you'll do to them. I feel fear of hurting feelings, or there's someone that took a chance on you and that truly helped you out and saw you when no one else really seemed to see you, and they kind of became almost like a mentor to you and a friend or a confidant, and that's someone you're afraid of letting down. But they're truly a friend and a mentor and a confidant. They'll be happy to see you excel. They'll be happy to see you move forward. So I do see some of these managerial skills coming with you. I do see the fear of learning and kind of becoming like, the starting over when we have like the younger energy. I'm almost 40. I wouldn't say I have like a youthful energy, but when I start a new path, when I start to learn how to do something, I pull the Knave of Swords on myself because it's that youthful energy and learning again, starting over. And here, reversed, it's that fear of starting over, that fear of letting others down. Others are going to be happy for you, I think, if you make that change. Do you want to look at your email again just to make sure? Increase finances and be happy with it. That's another thing we need to look at before we're done. But this, the final outcome of getting this certificate, we do have the, what was this? How did I put this down? Because this bottom card was up right earlier. Okay. So we have the reversed Three of Swords, and it's very much about, oh, that 3 energy again. So, delays, completion. So with this card, upright, it's very much a sorrowful card, but reversed, I think it is flowing, it's tying back with this 3 energy we see at the beginning of where you are currently, and then at the end of this other path of going back and getting a certificate and increasing your abilities and increasing your higher ability, opening more doors work-wise. So here it's like it's shutting a door on something that was not serving you, and it's been a delay, it's been something a long time coming, but instead of sitting around and being upset and contemplating everything, it'll be something that you've accomplished, is in your rear view mirror, and is you were able to work through kind of the irritation with your employment and your career path, and now you're onto a happier one. So that's there. Financially, I am compelled to pull a different card here. I've been working with a lot of fairy energy and angel energy lately. I love it. And I'm getting compelled to pull a card here for you for finances. If you go back and get the certificate and seek other employment based off of this certificate, combined with your path that you've been on. There's definitely the employment you've had and the experience you've had. There is no wasted time. There's no wasted years. It's all going to look good on a resume. It's all going to help you when you analytically search for a new job, when you understand what kind of certificate you can get. And it's going to help you when you're actually on the job at a different place. So So first of all, this one we get a lot. We see this card a lot in the winter. I am not sure where you live, if you're having rain, snow, freeze, or beautiful sunny weather, but go outdoors. So when I get this card, I feel like it's basically the angels are telling you outdoors. Sorry. I like to read, when I do the angel oracle cards, I like to read from the book. So this is something I feel like it's important to get into nature, kind of feel the wind on your face, hear natural sounds, and then get in touch with your mind and your energy. Understand what you want. It's easier to get in touch with ourselves if we can get away from the electronics and the sterile modern world that we live in. It's easier to hear our higher inner selves. And with this outdoors card, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to release stress, gain new and creative ideas. Connecting with nature helps synchronize your rhythms to the universal heartbeat. In this way, your natural timing improves so that you're in the right place at the right time. That's very important when looking at changing a path of any kind, is really just getting in the right place at the right time for your spirit guides and your angels to be able to contact you. Being in nature renews your spirit and revives your energy level. Get outside every day, even if it takes some effort on your part. Once you're in nature, take time to smell the roses and observe the glorious beauty. Know that you're part of nature and you're also beautiful. And then, so I feel these two cards definitely came up together for a reason, because we have here go outside, and then I feel this life review is what you're meant to do when you're outside. Take inventory of your life and resolve to heal or change anything that's unbalanced. It takes courage to look at your life, yet if done with compassion and a sense of humor, you'll grow and learn from a life review. I'll help you take stock of where you've been. We'll look at what you've learned and how these lessons are a valuable asset for today and tomorrow. We'll also notice those life patterns that aren't serving your highest good, and we'll take steps to release these patterns. So right there, that's definitely about your work. You know, what can you take from this job and apply it to searching for a new one? Presently, though, I feel very, very drawn to seeking out a certificate, some kind of education that you can add to your resume, something that's modern that's going to help you push forward to seeking new employment. And I really feel like that's what the guides are showing you. This could be within your same company, you know, like if you get this certificate or this degree, you know, look at your company. If you feel like your company itself in other departments is good and has it together, you know, look at what they're hiring for, look at what they are desiring in someone's background, and perhaps tailor your certificate to that. Or be quiet, you know, be quiet in nature and listen to yourself and see where you want to work. Make a list of what is important to you as far as employment goes. What's you know, are there certain hours, like specific hours of the day, or a certain amount of hours you want to work a day, a certain amount of money? You know, write all the things that are important to you and focus on just those. Don't focus on, I don't want to work this many hours, I don't want to do this. Focus only on what you do want. List it out and really commit that to memory and feel it, and keep that in your mind as you're searching for these certificates. And I feel like having that list is going to help you start manifesting that new career opportunity. Now, I am drawn obviously to feeling like there could be something else within this company. I don't feel like it's in the department you're working. I don't feel like it's on your direct path, but I feel like it's somewhere else outside, but connected somehow. And I feel like that's a lot of why I wasn't feeling retreating on the path, but more of a fork in the road, or branching off into a different direction within that company, or taking the job that you have right now and branching off into a different direction. But I don't feel there is an entirely huge career change for you. It's not like, go and do something entirely different. There's definitely been a lot of work that you've done in your life that is helping you progress to your next step. So I hope that reading was helpful, and I hope you're able to get something out of it. And really, I just really feel like you really need to look and write down and see where you want to go next. But I hope you have a really blessed day, and thank you so much.